Living and Giving Aloha is presented by Living Local Global Network, sharing the heart of Hawaii and aloha in local communities around the world. In collaboration with Sustain Hawaii and Kuana Ike.
Came back to the place where everybody knows my name. My paradise in the middle of the sea, and I got all my sisters with me. Though I've traveled the world, no matter where I've been, so nice to be right here with my girlfriends. Gonna spend all day playing out in the sun, and tonight we're gonna have some fun. Sometimes I find things in life are the simple joys that are right before our eyes. So come away with me, there's so much to do. Let me share my paradise with you. Living life, living love, living local. About this place, it feels so good. It's been years, but it seems just like yesterday. And this time I'm here to stay. The streets may be wider with a few more lanes. The houses may be different, but my home remains. As long as my family is by my side, I got happiness that money can buy. Sometimes I find things in life are the simple joys that are right before our eyes. So come away with me, there's so much to do. Let me share my paradise with you. Living life, living love, living local. Sometimes I find things in life, all the simple joys that are right before our eyes. So come away with me, there's so much to do. Let me share my paradise with you. Living life, living love, living life, living love. I'm living life, living love, living local.
Aloha and welcome to a special edition of Living Local TV as we celebrate 20 years of living and giving aloha in beautiful Hawai'i. I'm Bernadette.
I'm Angela, and we are the Baraquio sisters. Mahalo for being a part of our ohana through the decades.
Tonight, we open up our Living Local archive to honor the people, places, and music that have shaped our Hawaii in the spirit of aloha.
Here are just a few highlights of how our local community has been living and giving aloha through the years. Take a look at some of our Maikaʻi memories.
Living local is taking off your rubber slippers and walking on the sand and being able to, jump in the ocean because it's there.
For 20 years, Living Local TV has been covering Hawaii's stories of sustainability, even when the buzzword wasn't so popular. We've featured local superstars like Jack Johnson and his wife Kim, who are still going green through their Kokua Hawaii Foundation, teaching the keiki how to grow their own food and prevent plastic pollution.
We try to make it really fun and positive, just trying to make them fall in love with nature, make them fall in love with the ocean, those kind of things, because we protect what we love.
Living local is really just people having a common bond and sharing.
From Hollywood to Hawaii Island, other celebrities like Jason Scott Lee have also been reducing their carbon footprint. In the early 2000s, he was already living off the grid, fishing and farming sustainably for his family and his community.
Aloha and welcome back to Living Locale on Living Local. I'm Chef JJ, and today...
Musical chef JJ has been serving up tasty locale dishes for years, supporting local farmers in Waimanalo, and keeping the sisters' tummies satisfied. There are so many others who have also been doing the work of sustaining Hawaii behind the scenes. From Ma'o farms on Oahu to Hamakua farms on the Big Island, we've been capturing the slow food movement in action. Dave Fuertes, also known as the grandfather of sustainable agriculture, has been training and mentoring our future farmers in Kohala for decades. His nonprofit, Kahua Pa'amua, which means building a strong foundation, continues to offer aina-based programs that help students turn their crops into cash. The Office for Social Ministry is another organization heavily active in sustainable development. Through their One Ohana Food and Housing for All campaign, the Catholic Church has been committed to healing hunger and homelessness in Hawaii, thanks to the help of organizations like Hope Services Hawaii, providing shelter and social programs to those in need on the Big Island. The Institute for Human Services, offering housing and health solutions for chronic homeless in Honolulu. And Habitat for Humanity, helping families achieve home ownership through sweat equity and volunteer service. Many thanks to the University of Hawaii, who partnered with Living Local TV last Thanksgiving, raising more than $140,000 in one day of giving. Through the Help Maui funds, UH Foundation has since awarded nearly $1.6 million to students, staff, and faculty affected by the wildfires.
I'm rising, I'm rising, I'm rising in love with you.
We also mahalo all the local artists who've been sharing their gift of aloha through their music. From Kimi A. Minor,
Where did I go wrong? Show my weaknesses, you're making me strong, but you make me
to Jake Shimabukuro. Kia Hivai, Henry Kapono, Amy Hanaiali'i, and the Makaha Sons, just to name a few.
We were walking hand in hand on a white sandy beach of Hawaii.
We also offer a special tribute to those whose spirits still live on in our hearts. Legendary Bill Tapia.
I want to go back to my little grass shack in Kelikakua, Hawaii.
The sweet sounds of Jimmy Borges.
What a world, what a life, I'm in love.
The majestic voice of Roland Casimiro.
The beaches they sell to building hotels, my father and I want to do. Birds all along, sunlight at dawn, singing my Manalo Blue.
From our ohana to yours, mahalo for all the years of living and giving. Aloha.
Aloha! Congratulations to the Baraquio girls. Aloha!
Oh my gosh, they were so little.
The cutest.
The cutest thing. Do you remember we started this in 2004? My oldest son Isaiah was just a baby in the womb, just a newborn baby coming out. So we have 5 now. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I do believe it, and yet it's so hard to believe when I'm watching it.
Blink of an eye, blink of an eye. It's amazing.
Well, we've got many more Maikaʻi memories to share with you.
That's right. Coming up, we'll feature leaders and organizations who continue to make big impacts in our local community, both then and now.
We'll also talk story with our Hawaiian consultant Ramsay Taum about the deeper meaning of aloha.
Celebrate the reopening of I Love Nalo restaurant on Oahu's east side, serving up tasty dishes direct from Mother Earth.
And visit a rainforest on Hawaii Island, where people and plants are finding healing through Mother Nature.
Plus, a special tribute to our local musicians, both past and present.
Stay tuned for more of Living and Giving Aloha.
But first, a Maikaʻi memory from the best of Living Local Music Archive.
The road goes far away from home, and I get lonely, missing you only when I'm away. And this sunny day, it's not quite the same as the ocean glow. Home in the islands, home in the islands, home in the middle of the sea. I'm a happy man in an island band, living the life of a gypsy musician. In his heart of my head, and the lady of my heart is miles and miles and miles away. Yeah. Home in the islands, home in the islands, home in the middle of the sea. There's no other place that I'd rather be. Home in the islands, in the middle of the sea. Keeping real close to my family and friends, taking it easy in the tropical breezes. Home in the islands, home in the islands, home in the islands, home in the islands, home in the middle of the sea.
Henry Kapono Foundation, empowering Hawaii's music industry to thrive. For more information, visit henrykaponofoundation.org.
For over 37 years, Structural Systems has provided expert foundation repair for residential customers across the islands. Our structural repair experts specialize in stabilizing homes and buildings that sink, settle, and crack over time. We'll provide you with information about accessing potential future damage by recognizing the warning signs of foundation issues. We've never had a warranty claim on any of our work.
Restore the value to your home or property. Call Structural Systems for a free assessment.
Are you ready to shift to a higher vibe in 2025? Let your spirit move and be moved. Join us at the 4th Annual Spirit Fest, where leaders, healers, and seekers converge in Hawaii, the Pico of Mother Earth. Celebrate the spring equinox in the spirit of Aloha, March 21st to the 23rd at the Hyatt, Waikiki. Dip your paddle in and raise your vibe at Spirit Fest 2025.
Living and Giving Aloha is presented by Living Local Global Network, sharing the heart of Hawaii and aloha in local communities around the world. In collaboration with Sustain Hawaii and Kuana Ike.
Welcome back to our special edition of Living and Giving Aloha. Kumu Ramsay Taum is a world-renowned cultural advisor who helps business and community leaders integrate Hawaiian values into modern life.
And recently, I was lucky enough to talk story with him in the beautiful ahu Pu'a of Waimanalo to hear his perspective on what aloha really means. Let's kuka with Kumu. Kumu Ramsay Taum has been walking his talk on sustainability for most of his life. As a native practitioner of Hawaiian values and master of the martial art lua, he believes that to understand aloha, one must first understand Hawaii.
It's embedded in Olelo, Hawaii, the language of this place, the mother language, if you would. Hawaii, the word is no different. It just happens to be one of those spiritually charged names. You can break it down into root words, the first word being ha. The life-giving breath, the first thing you get when you come to the planet, the last thing you give back when you leave, and something you never own. The second root word, vai, refers to the sweet or fresh water, which comes from the heavens and the rains. So where does all that come from? You have the last utterance, the spiritual essence of E, the letter I. E then acknowledges the one creative energy that created all of this, you and me, the sky and the sea. So when you combine those elements in that order, Ha, Vai, E, you're now recognizing the place of fresh and salt water, the life-giving air, and a relationship to the divine. That's the name of this place. It's a way of being. It's not just a place. It's a mission statement. To care for the air, care for the water, but above all, care for your relationships. And we happen to live in a place whose very name, its essence, should guide our behavior. And as our kupuna, like at the Baraquio would say, Aloha is Hawaii. Hawaii is Aloha.
Local nonprofit Kuana Ike, which means to gain perspective, recently released a new film called Breath of Aloha to explore a deeper meaning of the word.
And we want to just raise the vibration of the planet. I live in Hawaii, and aloha is the grounding denominator throughout much of what's special here. So, spreading aloha, spreading love, creating oneness in this world is what I want to do.
Aloha is expressed in a couple of different ways. A, which is akahai. Akahai is kindness. L is lokahi, or unity. O is olu, or being agreeable with one another. The H is ha'aha, or humility. And then the last is ahunui, which is patience.
My my grandmothers were like that. There was a generation where you didn't utter the word aloha. You don't have to. In fact, we don't listen for aloha, we watch for it. We look for it, because it's a behavior. Aloha is that very action of inhaling and exhaling. That's receiving and giving. That we're leaving the place better than when we found it. Alo is to join, to be together, to be face to face, which is why you see many of us greet one another that way with the honi ihu, exchanging a breath. The spirit of aloha is what you're feeling. It's the intangible feeling, which seems like a paradox. You're feeling it, but you can't touch it. Because aloha is something you feel with your heart. And so if there's a message, I invite everyone to take time to sit with your kupuna. Empty. Allow yourself to be filled. And if not kupuna, the aina. Sit on the aina. Go in the ocean. Because when you listen, they talk. And I think when you're living local, there's a sense of belonging. It's where your family is. Mm-hmm. It's where your mana is expressed, where your energy comes from. Yeah. Do some weeding, do some watering, do some nurturing. But this is just the seed. And what blooms and what flourishes is really up to you.
I love how he explains the word aloha.
Oh my gosh, and I've always wanted to just do an interview under the tree barefoot.
That's perfect.
In Waimanalo. That's so local.
You know what? Everybody should know the meaning of aloha, not just the people from outside of Hawaii, but the locals need to know how he explained it was so beautifully done. Mahalo kumu.
Exactly, the breath of aloha, right?
Yes.
And also, he speaks the phrase aloha without saying a single word. Love
exactly.
that. Thank you.
As we all should. And when we come back, we'll take you to a Waimanalo restaurant that's serving up tasty meals direct from the Aina. Stay with us.
But first, a musical memory from the Living Local Archive as we pay tribute to the late and great Cyril Pahinui.
Kumakakai kino
Kupapalohi mai ao makele Kumakakai kina ilave Kupapalohi mai ao makele Pakele mahi au I kanui manu Havala au nei pune vai pio Pakele mai au I kanui manu Havala au nei pune vai Ole no vau elawa amai Au I vai au no te tuaivi Ole no vau elawa amai Au I vai au no te tuaivi Te hala lia lia mai no ke I ka vai lele au hina ve haina ia mai ana ka pumana kumaka kai kena au hina ve Ia mai ana ka pumana kumaka kai kena au hila ve
Welcome back to this special edition of Living and Giving Aloha. On our 20th year anniversary of Living Local TV, we want to recognize a local nonprofit that has been living and giving aloha for more than 20 years.
Sustain Hawaii is committed to creating health, wellness, and food security in our islands. Mahalo to founder Kevin Vaccarello and his ohana in Waimanalo for living and giving aloha. A popular vegan restaurant on Oahu's east side is back in business. I Love Nalo serves up healthy, tasty treats that nourish the body, mind, and spirit from soil to soul.
On the east side of Oahu is a beautiful ahu Pu'a known as Waimanalo. Surrounded by majestic mountains and healing blue oceans, it's no wonder the locals simply call it God's country. It's also home to the popular plant-based restaurant, I Love Nalo.
Food is medicinal, you know, and it's, Waimanalo is beautiful. We have farm ag lands in the back. We have oceans here where you can fish. We're the perfect place for it, and I'm honored that they chose Waimanalo.
Dozens of local residents and visitors turned out for the re-grand opening this fall to taste and celebrate its new beginnings.
Today we're going to be offering 3 different meals. So we have our luau plate, our tofu poke plate, and a new item called our chili bowl. And then we have all of our smoothies available today.
Malia Smith and her daughter Kapiole love serving up gifts from the Aina, but they admit pitching vegan foods to locals was not an easy sell at first.
We actually were advised against it. We were told don't open it because to have a plant-based vegan restaurant in Waimanalo, everyone thought it wouldn't be received well. But actually it was, and it was amazing. We had no idea how successful it would be.
Today it's definitely a successful family affair. Malia's husband Kevin is the founder of the nonprofit Sustain Hawaii, which partners with many local farmers and organizations vested in the sustainable future of our Hawaii.
I love Nalo. That's I as in the food, Hawaiian, food to eat and to feed. From farm to fork, some people say, or farm to table. We've embraced that idea because I love Nalo, although it's a restaurant and a food provider here in Waimanalo. Near the back of the Waimanalo, we also have a farm. And it is there at the farm that much of the food that people will be consuming is actually grown.
Knowing where their food actually comes from is a huge step towards food sovereignty. So even during the dark days of the pandemic, they were still able to deliver healthy dishes to those who needed it.
We started We the Wellbeings, which is our wellness program, and we actually do food plan meals as well as wellness education classes.
Our wellness education classes comprises of 3 units, which is Aloha Kekino, which is Love Your Body, Aloha Kamana'o, which is Love Your Mind, and then Aloha Keokua, which is Love Spirit or Love God.
Besides passing on their wealth of knowledge to a local hula halau and a nearby charter school, they've also helped many people suffering from serious illnesses, including Malia's father, who was battling kidney disease at the time.
He ended up following the program, and in 3 months his numbers actually reversed, and he did not have to get a fistula in his arm. He did not have to have dialysis.
By changing his diet to plant-based foods, Emmanuel Kealoha Smith was able to live fully until the age of 85. Today, they honor his legacy by sharing proceeds with the Kealoha Nui Foundation.
My dad was an amazing human being. He fed the homeless people, worked out of the church. He did Meals on Wheels. He was a foster parent. And when he was getting ready to transition, he wanted us to continue feeding the community healthy foods. And so we ask people if they purchase food here, if they want to just round up their pennies, we'll put that money in the foundation and we'll use that to feed people in the community.
Feeding and healing through the food of the Aina is this ohana's way of living and giving aloha.
I love is loving food. We put our mana in it. We always talk about it with the staff, like, hey man, what you're thinking about and what you're doing goes into the food. And our purpose here, our mission here, is to serve the community and allow for healthy healing food. And so I Love was perfect for that.
The food is awesome. We have a beautiful place outside for you to hang out. The beach is right up the road. You know, there's a lot of things here that it's worth it. It's fun, you know, it's wonderful. I don't know what to say but that. Yeah, yeah, I love Nalo.
How cool the mother-daughter relationship that they have.
They are so amazing to watch, and they do it with a smile all the time. Like, if I could do that with my mom, I would be a happy camper.
Hey, that's how. And you have your daughter, so we can continue that legacy, right? I have my daughter, you have yours.
Absolutely, and then feeding from soil to soul.
I love it, I love it.
Thank you, I love Nalo.
Now, when we come back, we'll take you to the Big Island where native flowers are finding healing through native cultural practices.
But first, a flashback from the best of living local music featuring the sweet sounds of Kawika Kahiapo.
There's a place that I come from on the east side of paradise, where blue meets blue and the ocean and sky become one, where the mountains and the sea, they call out to me, come on over. The kupuna and the keiki come and lay at Kaiuna, and the gentle breezes circle in as honors swim on by. Visions of ancient days take me back to another time. At Pahono and Kaupo, ancestors came to know this place so fine. Love Nalo, no other place to be. Love Nalo, loved by all who come to see. Kuwahipana, kukua. Kuwahipana, kukulaiwi, kuaina aloha. Kuwahipana, kukulaiwi, kuaina aloha.
Living and Giving Aloha is presented by Living Local Global Network, sharing the heart of Hawaii and aloha in local communities around the world. In collaboration with Sustain Hawaii and Kuana Ike.
If people know how to grow food, they'll eat forever. From feeding people to housing people, and hopefully our efforts pay off in the long run.
It's our effort to connect with a movement of sustainable development.
Keep the faith and connect and help the people most vulnerable in our communities.
For over 37 years, Structural Systems has provided expert foundation repair for residential customers across the islands. Our structural repair experts specialize in stabilizing homes and buildings that sink, settle, and crack over time. We'll provide you with information about accessing potential future damage by recognizing the warning signs of foundation issues. We've never had a warranty claim on any of our work.
Restore the value to your home or property. Call Structural Systems for a free assessment.
Make any occasion a special occasion with sweet treats from Dipped by D. Now in stores on Oahu and Las Vegas. Discover the beauty of aloha in Aloha Wear, Lex Breezy, Hawaii.
Are you ready to shift to a higher vibe in 2025? Let your spirit move and be moved. Join us at the 4th Annual Spirit Fest, where leaders, healers, and seekers converge in Hawaii, the Pico of Mother Earth. Celebrate the spring equinox in the spirit of aloha, March 21st to the 23rd at the Hyatt, Waikiki. Dip your paddle in and raise your vibe at Spirit Fest 2025.
Welcome back to this special edition of Living and Giving Aloha. On our 20th year anniversary of Living Local TV, we want to recognize another local nonprofit that has been living and giving aloha through the decades.
For more than 20 years, Pu'a Foundation has been empowering women from prison to successfully re-enter community and reunite with their families through Native Hawaiian practices and protocols. So mahalo to Toni Bissen and her team for living and giving aloha.
On Hawaii Island lies a beautiful rainforest full of native Hawaiian birds, plants, and trees.
It's also a safe space for Native Hawaiians and other community groups to move from trauma to transformation by finding hope and healing from the Aina.
He aleli o no ia na kanoe
Just a short drive from Hilo in the Kaumana district of Hawaii Island is a natural sanctuary and watershed known as the Punahoa Heritage Forest. It's also home to the precious native Ohia lehua tree.
It is very important to the watershed because as it grows, as it fortifies the forest, it collects the water that ultimately comes down through the mountain and creates the watershed.
However, a fungal disease known as rapid ohia death has been infecting many of these plant species. Toni Bissen is one of the stewards of this land. She has a plan to restore the forest while helping others on their journey toward healing.
Our hope is to be part of Malama the situation, to be able to have a safe space for transformation and healing.
The Pu'a Foundation has long been empowering justice-involved women coming out of prison.
The Pu'a Foundation was created out of an apology, redress, and reconciliation initiative on the part of the United Church of Christ. They apologized for their complicity in the 1893 overthrow of our queen, Liliuokalani, and our Hawaiian government. Our queen was incarcerated during that time, and to this day, there is an overrepresentation of Native Hawaiians incarcerated.
My kuleana is to help prepare as we welcome visitors and guests onto this aina in preparation for the work that's ahead, and to create and hold a safe space for people to come and experience a place where there is peace, where aina is healing. It's a place to reflect upon who and where you are and what it is that you might need to heal yourself, to heal others.
Research has shown that connecting with the aina through cultural practices can often bring peace of mind.
But the idea is once you come in with a protocol, you are no longer the stranger. We're ohana now. And so my aina, this aina is now yours.
When we're addressing trauma, usually what has happened is there is some disconnect in one's brain, and learning a new language, engaging in chanting and singing and cultural practices provides for activities that can help transform the brain. And so we hope to create a space at the Punahoa Heritage Forest where that magic can happen.
Wendy Akau and Kehau Fontes both served time together at the Women's Community Correctional Center. Ironically, it was behind bars that they learned to get back to the roots of their culture and overcome their addictions.
You know, learning those things is a lot of stuff that I lost touch with while I was on drugs. And I just felt like I was getting connected again.
When we planted keiki, kalo, or the huli, like that was me, you know, starting new, right? So putting me into the ground and caring for it and watching it grow and nurturing myself to be the person, you know, God intended me to be, and not the person that took me to prison.
Today, they are highly educated mana wahine, giving back to their local communities and families.
The biggest difference 25 years later is having that heart full of compassion for other people that are on that path that I was once on. Just being there to help them and guide them and be a support. And then for all my grandbabies, my 25 grandbabies that I have that fill me with so much joy.
Helping others find healing while caring for Mother Earth is just one way that these mana wahine are living and giving aloha.
Because we are one home, we are one family, and we're all connected.
Toni Bissen, what a remarkable mana wahine.
Fantastic, fantastic work that she's doing.
And amazing that once they've got the stewardship of these lands, that, you know, people, what are they going to do with lands from Hawaii? Are you going to let it sit there?
No.
Or are you going to let people heal through the aina? that's what they're doing.
We got a chance to go to the Aina with my family and be in the lo'i, and my kids are brought up in the mainland, so for them to get back into the earth, it was so great. I think that Toni is doing such a wonderful thing with these women, so mahalo, Toni.
Yes, and mahalo to the ladies for sharing their stories, because you're coming out of prison, but then you have a whole new future. Once you see that, you can run to your finish line, and now they are leaders in their own communities.
It is really transformative. Thank you.
Amazing.
And when we return, we'll honor some mana wahine who have been sharing the spirit of aloha through music, service, and leadership.
But first, a Maikaʻi music memory from the beautiful and talented Raiatea Helm. Welcome back to the special edition of Living and Giving Aloha. On our 20th year anniversary of Living Local TV, we want to recognize a local girl turned fashionista entrepreneur who has been living and giving aloha through her gift of beauty and styling expertise.
That's right, she's our sister from another mister. Crystal Pancipanci, Pancified, has been inspiring and empowering women such as ourselves for nearly 20 years and giving back to her community by donating her time, talent, and treasure to various nonprofits. Mahalo to Panci Style for always living and giving the spirit of aloha and starting living local with us sisters. Love you. Tonight, we honor several mana wahine in our local community who've been sharing their gifts of aloha in so many ways. Here's a tribute to a few notable women leaders of Hawaii.
First, we recognize the matriarch of our family, Rigolet Perez Baraquio, our very first teacher and caregiver. As the mother of 10 children, she shared a successful marriage of more than 50 years with our papa, Claudio Fernandez Baraquio.
When I got married and people were asking me, how many children would you like to have? I said, well, that's God's will. Whatever God wants to give me, I will accept. Because I know having a child would be a gift. And I did not have only one gift, but 10 gifts. And they are truly the best kids anybody could have.
Through her example, we have learned the essence of what it truly means to be one ohana. We miss and love you, Mama. Overlooking Kewalo Basin is a bronze statue representing a celebrated figure in Hawaiian history. St. Mary Ann Cope was an accomplished woman leader in the medical field who left her home in New York to care for the leprosy patients here in Kaka'ako and Kalaupapa. Because of her sacrificial service in Hawaiian hospitals and schools, Mother Mary Ann was awarded the Distinguished Companion Cross from the Royal Order of Kapiolani. Today, she is affectionately called Makuahine Meleana, or Mother Mary Ann in Hawaiian. Her legacy of compassionate care continues through the Sisters of St. Francis, through healthcare, housing, and education. In following the footsteps of Hawaii's saints, Brandy Menino is inspiring hope and changing lives on the Big Island through Hope Services Hawaii. Previously known as Caravan Hawaii, founded by her mentor Carol Ignacio, mahalo to these mana wahine who continue to provide housing and social services to those most in need. Other empowering women are sharing their mana'o through music and lyrics. Kalenaku Parish comes from the talented Delima Ohana and popular local band Kapena. She made her first appearance as a young adult on Living Local TV, and today she's a multiple Nahoku Hano Hano Award winner and president and founder of the renowned Kapena School of Music. Just as our Merry Monarch, King Kalakaua, and last sovereign queen Liliuokalani shared their love of music with the people, so do their descendants today, including this award-winning female slack and steel guitar master, also known as Her Royal Highness, Princess Oana Ka'ohelelani Salazar. Her family ties go back to the King Kamehameha dynasty. She continues to be an active advocate of Hawaiian sovereignty issues while building relationships with other royal houses around the world. For more information, visit thecrownofhawaii.com. Finally, we offer a special mahalo to all the mana wahine in our lives who continue to live and give aloha every day. And to my sisters, thank you for all the years of Maikaʻi Memories. What a blessing to have family who happen to also be my best friends. And of course, mahalo to all of you for being a part of our ohana.
So proud of all you women, you wonderful mana wahine.
Yes, thank you for sharing your inspiration of music and service.
Yes,
and women's leadership.
Absolutely.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our trip down memory lane.
It was so awesome. The journey of living and giving aloha continues.
Yes, we hope you'll join us also in our Aloha Challenge by just finding small ways of sharing
compassion,
kindness,
and kokua.
Is it that hard?
Every day. All day, day.
Day. So let's make more Maikaʻi memories, right?
Absolutely, every day. Mahalo once again for being a part of our Baraquio Ohana after all these years. 2 decades, man, 20 years. And we leave you now with a final song from
the rising stars of Pacific Island Voices,
Faiva. Keep living life,
live in love,
and live in local. Aloha.
Balu balu au ben, tu au mo, bala au le se ben, au benu, tutu au moa, pala au le sepenu, ai ua leiloa. Talo whaia hiki ua sau matoloi, aloha te se fulu male lua, ai poi mai se lau male tasi, hiki sau, sau e ai au popo, popo au mona sa lima, fafau e te tono mole ato. Solua, lupiki sura sona tolua, o oilea solulu, sau piki ua vekele ulu. Usua tuola sue, utulana fakusa, otagile avava, usua ulama. Usua tuola sue, utulana fakusa, otagile avava, usua ulama. Talo whaia piki o sao matolo ai, alo atu o se furu male rua, toi mai se lau male tasi, piki sau, sau e ai au popo, popo au mona sa lima, fafau te tono ole ato. O oilea so tofi, sau piki ua mausi osi, o oilea so whareile, o piki na ai ele maile. O oilea so tonai, sau piki malana whaamai, o oilea so sa, sau piki masi hanawa. Walu walu au pen, tutu au mo, wala au le sa pen, ai ua leiloa. Walu walu au pen, tutu au mo, wala au le sa pen, ai ua leiloa. Talo whaia piki ua sao matolo ai, alu atu e se fulu male lua, ai foi mai se lau male tasi, piki sau, sau e ai au popo, popo au mona sa lima, fafau te tono ole ato, popo au mona sa lima, fafau te tono ole ato.
Living and Giving Aloha is presented by Living Local Global Network, sharing the heart of Hawaii and aloha in local communities around the world, in collaboration with Sustain Hawaii and Kuana Ike.